July 2, 1937. A day etched in history when the sky seemingly swallowed Amelia Earhart, the world's most famous female aviator. This was the day when the world lost contact with one of its greatest pioneers in aviation. Amelia Earhart, a woman who had defied the odds, shattered the glass ceiling and dared to venture where few had gone before, was suddenly nowhere to be found. Her last known communication was a static-laden radio message, a desperate call for help that was swallowed by the vast Pacific. From that moment, Amelia Earhart was not just a celebrated aviator, but also a mystery that has baffled historians and investigators for decades. Amelia Earhart, a name synonymous with courage, determination, and a relentless pursuit of dreams. Yet her sudden disappearance left a void, a mystery as vast and as deep as the ocean she was attempting to conquer. The world held its breath, waiting for a sign, a signal, anything, but silence was all that returned. But who was Amelia Earhart, and how did she come to command the sky? Born in the heartland of Kansas in 1897, Amelia Mary Earhart grew up with a spirit as vast and adventurous as the plains that surrounded her. Her early years were filled with tomboyish exploits, climbing trees, hunting rats, and a daring sledding venture that saw her crashing through a wooden fence. It was clear even then, Amelia was not one to shy away from a challenge. Her first brush with aviation came at the Iowa State Fair in 1908. Young Amelia watched a plane swoop and dive above the fairgrounds. But it wasn't love at first flight. She described the plane as a thing of rusty wire and wood, and was far more impressed by a horse. It was not until December of 1920 that Amelia's fascination with flight truly began. At an air show in Long Beach, California, she took a 10-minute plane ride that would forever change her life. As she soared above the earth, she felt a connection, a freedom she had never known before. Amelia Earhart was bitten by the flying bug, and there was no turning back. She worked odd jobs to pay for flying lessons, and by October of 1922, Amelia set a world record by flying to an altitude of 14,000 feet. Her name started to echo in the halls of aviation. She was a woman in a man's world, defying gravity and societal expectations with equal fervor. Over the next 15 years, Amelia would become a beacon of courage and determination. She was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic in 1932, a feat that earned her international fame and a Distinguished Flying Cross from Congress. Her daring spirit and her insatiable thirst for adventure led to many more records. From her first flight, Amelia was destined for greatness, but no one could foresee the mysterious end that awaited her. Equipped with courage and a Lockheed Electra, Earhart embarked on her most daring journey yet, a flight around the world. In June of 1937, Amelia Earhart, along with her navigator Fred Noonan, started their journey from Miami. Their plan was ambitious, to say the least. They intended to circumnavigate the globe, a feat never before attempted by a woman. The world watched with bated breath as Earhart and Noonan flew across continents and oceans, covering an impressive 22,000 miles. Their final stop before disappearing was in Lae, New Guinea. Here they refueled and prepared for the most challenging part of their journey, a 2,500-mile flight to Howland Island, a tiny speck of land in the vast Pacific Ocean. Despite the daunting nature of this leg, Earhart was undeterred. She was a woman on a mission to make history. On July 2nd, Earhart and Noonan took off from Lae, heading east towards Howland Island. The weather was less than ideal, with overcast skies and intermittent rain showers. As they neared their destination, communication became increasingly difficult. The last known transmission from Earhart was a request for a bearing, a plea to guide her to safety. And then, silence. The radio crackled with static, but no further communication came from the Lockheed Electra. Earhart and Noonan were lost, swallowed by the immensity of the Pacific Ocean. In the wake of her disappearance, the United States launched an extensive search operation. Ships and aircraft combed the Pacific, covering over 250,000 square miles in a desperate attempt to locate the lost aviators. Despite these efforts, no trace of Earhart, Noonan, or their aircraft was ever found. With Amelia's last transmission, the world lost a legend. The search began, but all that was found was an eerie silence. The mystery of Amelia Earhart's final flight remains unsolved, a chilling reminder of the risks taken by those who dare to dream big and defy the odds. Amelia Earhart's disappearance sparked a flurry of theories and investigations that continue even today. Over the years, the world has been intrigued and baffled by the mystery surrounding her vanishing act. One of the most popular theories suggests that Amelia and her navigator, Fred Noonan, ran out of fuel and crashed into the Pacific Ocean. This theory, known as the crash and sink theory, is supported by the fact that the Electra, Amelia's plane, was never found despite extensive searches. Another theory, often dubbed as the Gardner Island hypothesis, proposes that Amelia and Fred became castaways on an uninhabited island in the Pacific, surviving for a while before succumbing to the elements. Some evidence, including a piece of plexiglass and a woman's shoe, were found on the island, stirring intrigue and speculation. Then, there are more controversial theories suggesting that Amelia was captured by the Japanese or that she lived out her days under a new identity in New Jersey. Regardless of the theory one leans towards, the fact remains that the world has never stopped searching for Amelia. Expeditions continue to comb through the depths of the Pacific Ocean and the wild terrains of remote islands. Investigations persist, fueled by modern technology and unyielding determination, in hopes of finally uncovering the truth. The truth of Amelia Earhart's fate remains elusive, buried perhaps in the depths of the Pacific or the annals of history. Amelia Earhart may have vanished, but her legacy is immortal. She has left an indelible mark on aviation, shattering glass ceilings with her spirit of adventure and resilience. A beacon of courage and determination, Earhart's story continues to inspire future generations of aviators. Her relentless pursuit of dreams, despite the odds, encourages us all to reach for the skies. Her influence is not confined to aviation, but extends to every field where boundaries are meant to be broken. Amelia Earhart, a legend lost to the skies, lives on in the hearts of those who dare to dream and dare to fly.